Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to Mad Reviews Podcast, where every so often I will bring you a one of the reviews that I did. I will bring you the content creator for that review, and we'll have a question time where we sit down and just have a chat. Now, this week we are joined with Carla The Fobbit.
Hi.
And yeah, Carla is a dear friend of mine. And it's funny because we've only known each other for what, about 3 years now? Has it been three
Yeah,
years? Yeah.
yeah. Has it been
I
wow, yeah. Did I do my channel 2023? Wait.
2023, and yes, it was 2023 Halloween when we did our first multiplayer together. And I want to thank you, by the way, for getting back to me when I reached out to you and said, "Hey, you want to do a co-op?"
Well, thank you for reaching out to me and sharing your audience because that really helped me out a lot. It gave me a lot of confidence. I was like, "Ooh, somebody wants to do something with me. I must not be too terribly awful. Just a little bit awful."
You ain't awful. You're one of the best. You're one of the best. That's one of the reasons that I reached out, and I'm happy about that because like I've told you before, I reached out to several people, and a couple of them actually reached out to me before and said, "Hey, do you want to do a co-op?" And I was like, not right now because my capabilities weren't there. So now they were getting to that point where I could do it. I reached out to several people, and you're the only one that got back to me. And it's like, wow, that's kind of disheartening in a way, but at least I got you, and we do some really good stuff out
I
here.
Yeah, I think so. And that just means I don't have to share the co-op time so much unless they just wanted to join in with our co-ops. That would be all right.
Right? Yeah. I mean, that's and we do have like we're building a great community, and it's so much fun to do all this stuff, and I've always said it's more fun to play with friends and have a blast with everybody, kind of running around doing crazy stuff, than it is for just by yourself doing it. So
You say run around doing crazy stuff, and there are a couple people in our community that just pop into my head.
right, that craziness. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
So
They know who they are.
exactly. Crazy crazies. But yes, and congratulations on 855 subs, by the way.
Thank you. I'm so excited. I am almost to that 1,000 mark.
You are
And
almost there.
yes, and then guys, it'll be so great because the only goal I have for, making money is a mic that I can do some noise reduction on so y'all won't hear cars and dogs.
Yeah, that's a kind of one of the goals for me is trying to put some soundproofing up or something that will, where I can, and not necessarily like open a window because that would be super sweet on days that you could just open it up and and feel that cool breeze while you're doing your gaming. But when you're gaming and all you hear is that doesn't work.
I live next to a school. When school lets out in the morning and in the evening, there's no recording here. The buses are crazy.
Right. Yeah, that's and it's a high school too, right?
Yes, so you've got, and I live in the south of the United States, so everybody likes their loud pipes.
Yep, they're trucks with loud pipes. Got it. All right. So, how long have you been playing games?
I can't remember exactly, but I can tell you what I actually really started on when Ark came out on Xbox. Probably about 2 or 3 months after that, because it took my family that long to convince me to try it. Because, I played games when I was little. I did the Pac-Man thing, Atari 2600, giving away my age here. And let's see, and little games. Oh, I played some Diablo. I had played some WoW, but nothing really clicked.
Hmm.
And my family finally got me to sit down and play Ark. And I'm not gonna take up all of your time here, but we'll just say things went really crazy in the house because I was like, oh my God, I love this.
Yeah, it's I gotta say that Ark has started to capture me as well. And I was very disheartened. I mean, I'm like, it broke my heart when I took my sharks out to get some fish, and all of them died except for one. And I went back and I died again trying to get because my shark decided to just say, you know what, screw you, I'm out of here. Yeah, and left me.
Oh,
So it was bad. I literally I couldn't figure out where to come back in at where I would be close enough to our base or my base to go back, and so I came back in at down the way from the community center, and I literally just went to the community center, went over into a corner, crouched down, and logged out. Had nothing on me. Like I absolutely nothing. I ran all the way from the spawn point all the way to the community center, and I was like crouching in the corner crying. I'm like, I'm like, do I want to get back in there? Really, So, but it was good. It was good because I got back in, and I made myself some basic tools and weapons, and got my army of a trike and 3 dodos. And,
hey, you know what?
yeah.
Don't rule those dodos out. They can kick some booty.
Well,
Yeah.
not those because they were low levels, super low. I was so low, and every time I got them to upgrade, I had to put points into their speed because they're slower than snail crap. But anyway, that's me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
yes, I can understand the fascination with Ark. I fully
Yeah.
understand it now. Um,
I still absolutely love the game, but I have come to that point and I play Evolved, guys. I do have Ascended. I have played at Ascended, but I'm still a huge Evolved fan
mhm.
because I love the Ecos mods for that game. But
Right.
yeah, I've come to that point where I hate loving that game, but
Yeah, the only one I have is Evolved, so I can't compare it with anything else. Now I can compare it, like I can start up Evolved, and of course they have all the different areas in there that you can start on. Um, where I think we did the Islander,
Ragnarok. We are on
Ragnarok, yeah.
Ragnarok.
But
Yes.
they have like something like 10 different places that you can start up and play, and each one has their different difficulty level and stuff. So maybe I'll venture out at some point and check that out. But I don't know. It did build my confidence, having to start with nothing again, even though there was stuff at the community center, that I used to build, but I did have to go out and actually tame, what I was taming, and not get killed while I was doing it. So, that was fun. But
Yeah, and then get them back to your bed. I did see that part of the stream because I was in here, and I'm so sorry I couldn't help you. I'm so sorry.
that's all right,
I
cause
wasn't being mean to him, guys. I promise. My
right,
my
right.
whole system was torn apart because I was changing desk. So yeah, I had to take it all off, take a
Yeah.
desk apart. Yeah, but
You
you know
may.
what? I was proud of you.
I was proud of myself once I got there, and then I felt ashamed because I'm like, um, when I forget who it was, but somebody mentioned something about building a raft, and I'm like, why am I so stupid? I could have went from the community center all the way back to my base, you know, just naked, not even have anything, and with a raft, and I never even thought about that, but it was fun because that basically the whole stream was just me trying to get back to my base with a trike and 3 dodos,
You had a theme.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun, and I was able to talk about it and stuff. So we got there.
You know what? And those are the things that make art great. Those awful, terrible memories
Right.
that later on down the road you will laugh at.
I will laugh at. I'm laughing at it now, just because of how stupid I was. I'm like, man, I could have been home, back at my base a long time ago and rebuilding from there, and then having a decent stream instead of me walking very slowly from one end of the map to the other. But yeah, it stopped me dead when I hit that swamp. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, oh, this is bad. And then the swamp didn't go through all the way. It's like there's landlocks there. Oh, good grief.
Yeah, the swamp is bad and the desert. I think those are the two toughest places on the map.
Right, yeah. So I have to go back and get me some desert clothes again, because that's what all I was wearing was desert clothes. But they're all lost to the ages now, so... but yeah, I want to thank you for introducing me back into Ark, because like I said, I played it before, and I died horribly over and over and over and over again. I couldn't even tame even one thing, and so yeah, it was awful, and I turned it off, unloaded it from my computer, and swore never to get back onto it. So.
Well, yeah, the first time I ever tried to play by myself, because like I said, it's a big, long story, and we just don't have time for me to go all into it. But basically, the first time I tried by myself, I ended up huddling up against a tree, crouched down, and logged out. And I was like, I'm done.
Yeah. It is one of those games that, if you don't pick it up right away and be able to at least get your first tame, that can help you. Not a first tame, not like a dodo, one dodo that's not going to help you for crap. But if you can get your first tame, then it kind of builds that confidence level. But if you can't, like I couldn't, if it wasn't for you guys, I would have never, ever picked that game back up. It wouldn't have happened.
Oh, but it's so great. It's so, it's so much fun. But you know what? I don't think that Ark is a single player game. I think you need a group, at least 2 people, but preferably more.
You do, yeah, and you need a absolute group. Which that reminds me, when we get done with this, I need to ask you another question. But
I'll try to remember, but
I don't know. If not, I'll ask you later. Who knows? But yeah, we covered a little bit about when you started YouTube, and that was in 2023. Why did you decide to start recording your content and putting it out there?
That's a little bit of a. I might cry a little bit. Sorry, guys. I'm an overly emotional person. I cry if I'm happy. I cry if I'm sad. I cry if I'm excited. All of it. So me doing a YouTube channel, honestly, has been a little bit of a joke in our family since I got addicted to Ark. I quite literally turned our living room into a gaming center. Please don't think that we're rich. We are not. We just happen to have a very good used game store. And we told them what we wanted to do because we were only Xbox gamers. And they gave us a great deal every time a used console came in. And so we had 2 servers set up, 4 Xboxes with 4 monitors, and then the kid from across the street used to carry his Xbox and TV over and set it up on our table, and we'd all game together. This is what we did. So it started becoming a joke because I was scared of everything, and I didn't want to leave the base. But in the beginning, when you've only got 1 Xbox, you have to leave the base if the person you're playing with leaves the base because you're tethered.
Right. Yeah.
So it became a rule. Stay on the bird. So everything, anyway, yeah, they'd say, stay on the bird, Mom. So I ended up, I started creating a name from, like I said, all of this is a joke. stay on the bird mom, and then we had more than one Xbox and a server, so we weren't tethered. Stay on the base mom, and you guys remember The Walking Dead?
Mm-hmm.
Way back in the beginning, the little boy Carl.
Exactly.
What do they always tell that kid? Stay in the car, stay in the house. Now, he never did. I certainly would have. So one day when we created a new map, instead of typing mom, I typed in my name as Carla. And then it became, I was like, you know what? I can't remember if I set up a Discord or if it was a Twitch account or something so that I could watch somebody play. And I was like, I need a really cool a really cool name that I can use when I start making YouTube videos. And of course, everybody just laughed their buns off. And my husband came up with Carla The Fobbit because I always stayed on the base and took care of everything.
Right.
And he's military. So my name came into that. So it had been a joke for years. And so I ended up leaving work because my mom needed 24-hour care. She passed away from cancer in 2021.
Sorry to hear that.
So anyway, back to the happy stuff.
Big breath.
Yes, big breath. So when I was finished, I actually, bless my husband's heart, I moved. My parents live an hour and a half away from us. So I basically moved in with them for 3 months and lived there. Came home every now and then to buy groceries and do a good cleaning for them. So after she passed, I'd already gone 3 months without working, and Tech was like, we're doing all right. This is before inflation. We're doing all right. So why don't you just stay home? So I did, and you can only clean and organize so much house.
Right.
Before you're like, you know what? I need to do something else. And my mom has been a closet gamer forever. She bought us an Atari when we were little so she could play it. She had I don't remember what Spyro was her game. I can't remember what system you played it on. She loves Spyro. When we started playing Ark, she would come to visit us every Sunday. No matter how sick she was, she would ride that hour and a half to come to our house. And, she'd sit there, and while I was cooking, we'd turn on the TV. Well, what do you want to watch? And she'd be like, can you put somebody on playing that dinosaur game? And while she was sick, that was one of the things we did was watch. We watched the Pooping Evolved group because they didn't do the cursing. Right. And we would sit there and watch people play Ark. So, I was not fun. It was good memories. And from 2021, the end of, till I started the channel, I was kind of in a little bit of a funk, guys. Mm-hmm. Not wanting to leave the house, not really having a direction. And one day I looked at my husband, I was like, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to start a YouTube channel. That'll be good for me. It'll be good memories of my mom. It's going to be based on Ark. We all know that it is not based on Ark. But that's where the channel came from. It was actually my therapy and my way of remembering my mom.
Right. Yeah.
So
something good to keep your mind busy, other stuff. And plus, being at home all the time and not working, you really do need something to keep your mind going and stuff. So, I'm thankful for playing every day. I love playing, so, but anyway.
It's a lot of fun. I agree with you. And then I didn't realize it's not just the games, but it's the editing. And I knew absolutely nothing. The first video that I ever put out on my channel is the first time I'd ever recorded and edited. I did no practice. Right. I told Tech, I was like, I'm starting a YouTube channel. He gave me a kiss on the forehead and said, I'll see you after work, sweetie. And I called him later that day and I said, hey, my first video's up on my channel. Do you want the channel name? And he was like, oh my God. Like when I decide I'm doing something, I'm doing it. But I had no idea. I love playing games, but it's the editing that has me completely hooked. It is flippin' fascinating.
Right. Yeah. You like the editing part. I don't like all the editing. That kind of gets me a little bit, but it is fun when you sit back and you take something that you recorded an hour, 2 hours of, and you're looking at it and you cut it down to like 20, 30 minutes of video time. It is nice when you kick back and you look at that and say, yeah, that is sweet. That looks good. You know.
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah,
I
yeah, that's
created
me.
this out of. I took 2 hours of boring stuff, and hopefully, I made somebody smile with it.
Right.
That's my whole goal. I was in a bad place to start the channel, and my thing is, I want whoever that clicks on my stuff. If you're having a bad day, I want you to smile. I want you to laugh, and
Right.
so I have had people. Very, very rare do I get, negative comments.
Mhm.
I think most of the time they're like, well, you did a lot of talking and very little game playing. I'm like, well, welcome to my chaos. And
Right.
thanks for trying to watch. But if this drives you nuts, you probably shouldn't watch anything else.
Yeah, definitely.
It does not stop. I'm here to make people laugh. I'm not here to play the game, right? Because Lord knows I am an eternal derp. Also, read the channel description before you watch my channel. It's in the fine print. Eternal noob. Don't expect much.
It is absolutely there, and the funny thing is, I have like the thing in the background of this while we're doing this of us playing. Right now, it's the vein. It's the one that where we found all the cabins, and you're trying to convince me to move again. I just realized what part we're at. I'm like right there, and that's a perfect example. You have fun when you're playing games, and so do I, and that's kind of like I don't know. That's why I like playing with you, because you're so much fun to play with, and
Aw.
it's yeah. This is just one of those points. It's like anyway. But
Well, thank you so much.
you're more than
That's
welcome.
awesome. I'm glad. I really enjoy playing with you too. I feel like we kind of kick off of each other, and sometimes when I start talking over you, or my meaner streak when I laugh at bad things that happen to you, you don't take offense to any of that, which is
No,
really great.
but why would I? I'm the madness to your method, I think, or maybe it's the other way around. I don't know, but we do play off well with each other, and it comes out, and you're editing on this stuff, because this is taken from live stream. We do a live
Yes.
stream of this stuff, and you do the editing from that. What you record from it and put it out there, and I tell you, I can't. God, it just popped up here. Hold on a minute. Madman sounds like the dad that just lost the battle.
That
Them
was
little
a
things.
that
Oh
was a
God.
victory for me. I got
Right.
the base I wanted.
You
But
sure
you know
did.
what? Every time we go to a new POI, I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like the prison. It's like, oh, we could live here. No, we can't.
No,
No, it
no.
won't work.
I'm editing the prison run today, and I came across that where I was like, ooh, we should. No. I absolutely love it. Yes, I am having a blast with this Vein series we're doing together. It
Oh,
is.
me too.
Yeah.
And we're not even close to being done with it. I mean, we're probably getting close to the point of losing the water.
Yes.
So we got to be conscious of that. But like I said, we have everything we need. Now the part that we're going to have problems with is when it becomes wintertime. So I think we really need to focus on that. But this is not that. This is not strategizing for that series.
No, it's not. But let me just put in there. See, that's why this base is so great. There is a wood burning stove in
Yes.
every single home.
Yes.
See, aren't you glad you said yes, Madman?
Yes, I am. I definitely give credit where credit is due, and you are the absolute best in picking this sort of stuff.
All
I'm
three times.
Yeah, I'm the best of grumbling about having to move, everything, because that's what I do in real life. Whenever we moved and stuff when we were coming up, and I'm like, oh God, I gotta pack everything up. That was my job to move everything. And it's like, the family helped pack up, but when it came to actually moving it, that's me. It's like, carrying the stuff out of the house, and that's all me. No
It's
wonder
like,
my
have
back is
fun,
messed up.
madman.
I know, right? Oh, God. All right. So,
Nope. See, moving is in my blood. I'm an army brat.
right.
My dad was career. He joined before I was ever born.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually get a little bored. And well, now I've got it under control. But when we bought our first home, after like 3 or 4 years, I was like, you know what? I'm so tired of this place. I need to
Yeah.
paint. I need to do this. And Tech is
Getting,
like, no, this is a brand new home. You don't need to paint anything. And it finally hit me. I'm used to moving and not
right.
looking at the same four walls for more than 2 to 4 years at a time.
Exactly. Yeah. Everything
So,
becomes stagnant at that point.
yeah. So moving POIs, that's nothing to me. Did
All
we
right.
ever get that car back?
I'm not sure.
Hmm.
We got a lot of cars. Every time we come across another one, I think we bring it down there. So our parking lot's going to be full of nothing but cars and vehicles. But now we have the big truck that can hold a massive amount. So I think what I'm going to do is each time I will go out, take a vehicle, one of the vehicles in the parking lot, take it out, switch it out with one of the big trucks in the world, bring that back, park it in there. So we're going to have a lot.
Yeah, but then we never have to add any more storage. We'll just leave everything in the trucks and we'll go get a new one every time we run out of space.
Yeah, exactly.
We'll never be able to find anything, but it'll be fine. Don't worry.
It'll be there somewhere. All right. So you started this up, as you said, as a joke, basically, and
Hmm.
I know you told me at one point that Tech didn't quite see this as a viable thing to take off at any point. But when was it that at what point did it click for you that this may be something that you could do and actually make money off of?
I think, you know what? I think maybe it was this past spring. You have to find the right thing that attracts people. And I did a 7 Days to Die
Mm-hmm.
Hoard Every Night series.
Right.
And the subscriptions just started pouring in. Comments started flying at me, suggestions and encouragement. And I was like, oh my God, I may be able to do this.
Right.
And now we're doing Vane, and I hit a big growth spurt again because I was like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm not doing this. And now I've hit a big growth spurt again.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's pretty cool. Now, I have to tell you
Mm-hmm.
that making money will be nice in that I would love to see this channel support itself.
Right.
Like my gaming addiction, because that's what it has become now. Tech used to be the in-house gamer. Now he doesn't even want to look at a game anymore because he's like, you know what? You do enough gaming for all of us. So it's not about making the money. It's about making the channel better
Right.
for
Yeah.
me.
That's
So it'll be nice.
yeah, I think for me, I've never been shy about saying, "Hey, I want to start a business from this." This is what I want to do. Because I love playing games, and but it's always about the fun that you have playing the game and putting it out there. And it always amazes me that there's people out there that want to watch my bullcrap. Basically, and so. I'm not growing as fast as you did. You shot up. And there was a time when I think it was last year around December. I put it out there. I was like at 290 some, I think, subscribers, and I'm like, this year I want to hit 500, and that was my goal. I didn't know how I was going to get there, but that was my goal for this year, 2025. And you shot up. I remember looking at something in there, and I went and checked your channel, and you had like 500 subscribers. And then I came back and looked again, and you had like almost 600 subscribers within like a week or something like that. I was like, oh my God, Carla's gonna take off like a rocket, and but I told you that too. I mean, you're good. Yeah, that's what you need is good, and you have fun, and that's something else that you need. So, you're really good at it. You're good at what you do.
Oh, well, thank you so much. I'm really good at making chaos. Who
Exactly.
knew? But yeah, I'm enjoying it. I am enjoying every second of it. I appreciate everybody who gives me even if you don't like my content, I'm still excited to hear from you and to hear that you actually gave me a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, I think content is like I told somebody that kind of didn't really like what I did, and they were not rude. Don't get me wrong. They were very polite in their comment, but it wasn't for them. And I was like, well, content on YouTube is kind of like a new food. You don't know until you try it. So thanks for trying it.
Yeah, exactly.
But I can promise you it's not going to change. If I tried to script my stuff,
oh yeah,
or
it wouldn't work.
Tried to make a plan for a day, like this is what I'm going to do in this video. Yeah, I'm not capable. I would chase a squirrel, chase a shiny. And and then people would be like, wait a minute, she said she was doing this.
Right.
Never listen. Yeah. So it's never going to change. It's going to be total chaos. It's going to be hopefully a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun for me.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'm chasing you down. I finally hit 400. I went over.
I see that. You're over 400 now. Congratulations.
I was so happy. I was jumping up and down for joy, and then I hurt my back again, so I had to sit down. But yeah, it's a lot of fun when it starts rolling, and you do hit that lull, where you're not getting anybody, and then all of a sudden it just starts ticking up. One here, one there, then 5, and then 10. It's like, wow, great. It's exciting, when that stuff happens, and I mean that's kind of what I'm there for. And I've always said, when I start making good money, where I could sustain life, basically,
Right.
And I would want to start a business that helps other people, and that's one of the reasons I started this review page or channel, because it gives me a chance to help other people without having that business yet, and it's a lot of fun to do, and I've always said, I want a place where we can kind of sit down and play games together. I would love it to be like, if we could all do it in person, that would be awesome. But, for those that want to join in, that would be a fun thing to do. I think, we could have fun with it, and also help others grow as well along the way. The way I figure it, the more, people we help, the more, people coming in to watch us too, and, so.
Right. And I feel like it's about the support. I was like, I don't know about starting a Discord. I hear all these bad things, and I finally started a Discord, and I have to tell you, I feel like it's one of the best things that I've done, because the support that is there with it, it's a small community.
Yeah.
But those people are amazing, and I call most of them my friend. I talk to a lot of people on that Discord on a regular basis, and that's what all of this is about to me, is being able to reach out to people. I get to learn new things about new cultures. I get to,
Exactly. And one of the things too is we have subscribers, we have friends and stuff, and they're all over the world. You know, it's like it amazes me that there's people from other countries that are willing to watch us. You know, and not only watch us, but I'm gonna throw her name out there. Sarah will stay up literally all night and watch us. 'Cause, you
yes.
know, that
And,
blows my mind.
we could not go without mentioning, Petrie and Zahara for sure.
Exactly. Exactly.
It
Yeah.
just,
They keep
yeah,
us going, you know, and when they're actually in there, in the watching us, you know, and especially like my live streams and stuff. It's great that they're sitting there chatting with me the whole time, and I'm like, it's like freaking 3:30 in the morning for you. What are you doing? Yeah, they're like, well, watching you. Okay, cool. I'm not going
we're
to
here to
argue.
support you. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. We're here to support you.
Yep.
And then we have Couch. We definitely have to,
Yeah.
bring up Couch there, who finds awesome games for me, and then I never find the time to play them. And then I'll see them pop up on another channel later on getting
Right.
great views, and I'm like, man, if only I had listened.
Yeah.
And then we got Kay, who has abandoned us for a different game, but still supports on streams.
Yeah,
So
he'll come in and watch us, and but he's stopped playing with us on our community stuff, and but
yeah, he's
he's
still
there,
attached
yeah.
to Monster Hunters,
Yeah,
but
he's there.
that's okay.
Right.
And then we have
Mama, Medieval Mom.
yeah,
Yep.
Medieval Mom, exactly. And make sure you check your Discord later. She's building a strip in town dedicated to all of her streamer friends. So she's
Oh,
going to build something for us.
nice. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. She's giving me my option, but she said she recommended a car lot since I have so many driving issues. I may need more cars.
That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, I mean, the people that watch us, and I gotta say, like, most of the people that come over to me, I have them because of you, and like they started watching you first, and then they kind of migrated over to my channel because we do a lot of live streams and co-ops together. And so that way they're watching both. But I tell you what, it couldn't ask for a better community. I gotta say.
Yeah, I'm having so much fun with this.
Yeah.
What started off as a joke and then therapy has become a passion, and I don't know. I don't know what I'd do if I weren't making videos.
Right.
Now, I'm sure people are like, really? So why don't you have more videos on your channel? Well, because of the reason I started this channel, family always will come first.
Right.
So and that's why this isn't a business for me yet.
Yeah, that's I keep telling you, like, I keep forgetting that other things are more important to other people. But if you want to do this, you do have to treat it as a business. If you want to, you got to set it down. Like I have specific days that I do specific things. Like every Tuesday is my recording days. So I'll record all of my content on Tuesdays, and Wednesdays I'll do all of my editing. And then it kind of works for me, but I'm treating it as a business,
Right.
So,
and I'm just doing happy-go-lucky and chasing all the squirrels.
right.
And I mean, no, I really want to get the videos out because I know how disappointed I get when I watch content and I'm like, oh man, they don't have one out today. Darn it.
Right. Yeah.
Because I'm looking for a good laugh, and so yeah, I get that. But like today, I'm working on an edit. I've got most of the prison edit. I've actually got the first cut done. So I just need to go through and add the transitions and the music and all those little extra things and cut out any more that may not be needed.
Right.
But my son called and he's like, "Hey, I actually have today off. Do you want to have lunch?" So I'm going to take a lunch break and go see my son because tomorrow, tomorrow is never promised.
Right.
You should always take advantage of today.
Yeah, live for
Always.
today. Live for today, because tomorrow
That's it.
may not be there. So,
And
yeah, and that's the good thing about what we do. Yeah, we're content creators. We love what we do, and we can still take that time if we need to go and stay with family and do stuff with family and stuff. So,
And if I didn't have a lab, quite honestly, I'd have more time to do videos and editing.
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but keeping up with that fur, any of you guys who have a lab or a German Shepherd, you would think a short-haired animal would not shed that much. I have to dust and vacuum daily.
Right. Yeah, that's
It's
yeah. And I promised you, I told you that I would get you out of here early, but we're going on 40 minutes, and there is nothing to cut out on edit on these things. So
Oh, I was gonna say you might have to edit some down because I talk too much.
no, there's nothing. No, this is going out as is. So there's no way I'm cutting anything out. It's too good. Every time we get together, and it's the same for like when I was recording our content instead of doing live streams, and then I would have to go back and edit it. I'm like, I don't know what to cut out. There's so much stuff in here that's so good. So I'm leaving too much on the editing floor, But anyway, let's
Yeah.
move on here.
Yes, yes.
So
Next question.
I think you kind of touched on this a little bit, but what is your favorite game to play?
Ooh. My favorite one that like I said, I hate to love it, is Ark. But then 7 Days to Die caught me.
Right.
And the reason I love that is you can do whatever you want. If I'm having a bad day in real life, bless you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to go on and hit the streets and just bash every zombie in sight.
Right.
If I'm feeling mellow, I can go and start building or organizing. There's something to do in that game all the time. So, yeah.
And it fits your yeah, exactly. That's exactly how you said it. It fits your feelings at the time, because I have several that I did streams and stuff where I just went out and did nothing but cuss and bash zombies, because I was having that bad day. And it used to be where if I was having a bad day like that, I just wouldn't record because it comes through, and I didn't want that coming through. But now I'm like, you know what? I'll stream it. And if you don't want to watch the stream, don't watch the stream, because I do have a lot of people that doesn't like cussing, but yeah, and I try not to, especially when I'm with you. I'm a completely different person when I'm with you.
You definitely are, because I watch your solo streams and then I stream with you and I'm like, holy cow, how much does he hold back when he is on my stream?
But I mean, that was the same way. I used to play PS4 a lot more than I did the PC. And I had a buddy that played the PS4. We had a little group, and the group was, when we start making money and all this, we're gonna make ourselves, a business, and all of us going to play together. And eventually, everybody in the group just kind of petered off. But one of the gentlemen in the group was he's very Christian, so all that cussing and stuff like that. He was very much against, and I take, like, when I'm playing with people like that that don't like that kind of stuff, then I back off. I know who I'm playing with. I know, basically who I'm around, and I control myself. But there is times. You heard it. There are times when things slip out. Yeah.
Sometimes it's necessary.
Exactly, and sometimes it's like the Vein or 7 Days to Die. The zombies scare the crap out of me, and things pop out of my mouth that probably shouldn't, at the time. But yeah, that's usually when it happens, or when they're beating the crap out of me and I can't switch weapons, type thing.
Well,
But
cursing does not, it's not like, oh my God, you're cursing. Like I
right,
said, I'm an Army brat. I grew up around military guys, and
yeah,
military guys do two things very well: curse and drink.
yeah,
Apparently,
right,
I think when you're checking off, you go through and you're like, okay, what are you good at? And if you don't check those two boxes, they're like, you can't
yeah.
serve.
You can't be in here. That's yeah.
I swear to goodness. So it's not like I'm not around it, and like I've never cursed in my life.
Yeah.
That's not true. I just try to be family friendly. And also Tech finds
Right.
it unladylike, so I try to be respectful to him.
Well, that's
So
and I know that you try to keep your channel PG. And
yes.
so when I'm playing games with you, I keep that in mind, so that
And you do
is
very well.
yeah, I
You
try.
do.
I do try. Sometimes I fail, but I try. And when I'm playing alone by myself, that filter's not there. That filter is completely gone. But I'm like one of them people that uh, cursing is only it's another form of like street language or something along those lines. People make up their different words and different languages and stuff all the time.
Hmm.
That's just what cursing is. So I'm a cursor. I've done it for years. I mean, I can remember my mom. Let's see, it was before we moved. So I must have been probably about 5, maybe 6 years old at the time. And I think I said, damn, or something like that. And she beat my ass with a freaking wooden spoon, right? And I'm going,
Oh,
and
your
the
mom
whole,
did the wooden spoon too. Oh
yeah,
my.
and the whole time she is beating me, I'm going, damn, mom, fuck, stop. And she is beating me harder. She's like, do not say those words. I'm like, God damn it, all right, mom. I tell people all the time, and I used to say this in actual, like, when I go to job interviews, it's amazing I actually got any jobs at all. I would say, look, I'm a cusser. And they're like, well, we have a zero tolerance on cussing. I'm like, that's bullshit. And so you're lying to me right off the bat. But I guarantee you one thing: if my mom couldn't beat it out of me, I'd be goddamn if you're going to tell me I can't do it. So it's going to happen. Trust me, it's going to happen. And so yeah, it's and they still give me the job. So and then when I cuss and they call me into the office, to reprimand me, I'm like, I told you in the interview. Yeah. So yeah,
You've been warned.
yeah, I'm a cusser, and I let it fly. I let it fly. But yeah, it's one of them things in the back of my brain. Something clicks, and there, and it's like, okay, well, I can't cuss because Carla is a PG, or Brandon, the guy I used to play with, he's Christian, so let's you know, and so
Family
yeah,
friendly channel. No,
exactly.
you know what it came from is way back. Everything goes back to the Ark days.
Hmm.
It was my husband and my son that first started playing Ark, and it was. We have a lot of great stories, but you just don't have the time for that. But basically, they were so bad at it because they were just trying to figure it out on their own.
Right.
Like they didn't even know that about narcoberries, narcotics, and all that. They had a trike down, and every time it was about to wake up, they just clubbed it in the head again.
Right.
So my husband was like, you know what? I have to figure out how to play this. I'm looking crazy in front of our son. And so he started turning on YouTube videos, and there were quite a few where every other word was the F one. And
Yeah.
Like I said, I'm okay with some cursing, but there is a point where
Yeah.
you weren't saying they weren't saying anything. And I finally I looked at my husband after a couple nights of this, and I'm like, either you're gonna have to watch this in another room, because he was doing it in the bedroom on that TV at night, so the boy wouldn't know and he'd just think he was amazing.
Right.
And as dads will do. And I was like, or you're gonna have to find something else. And then he found Pooping Evolved.
Okay.
And so that's always been in my mind. I could watch them with my kids, because my kids were much, much younger when we started playing, or with my mom. And yeah, so I was like, that's what I'm going to do with my channel. I want people to be able to watch it with whoever.
Yeah,
so
that's one of the things too, because I've never, like, I've always been out there, I put it out there for everybody, and I
laugh my butt off when I watch your stream, because I think sometimes you're making up for not being able to curse when you're streaming with me. Honestly, it's sometimes. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, it depends on what situation I'm in, but I look at some of that stuff too, and I'm like, I watch other people, and I search around, especially like now, because I'm looking for channels to review, and so I look around and stuff, and I see all these channels where it literally, like, every other word is F this, F that, and I'm like, and they have, like, I don't know, something stupid like 150,000 subscribers, and each one of their videos gets, like 90,000 views every video. I'm like, why? How? All right, and then I'll watch somebody else, and they're like screaming the whole thing. It's not like screaming out that they're screaming words. No, they're just screaming like some damaged child or something.
I was gonna say, bless their hearts. Where did all that anger come from?
I don't know, but there's the whole stream, or I mean, the whole video. They're doing it. The whole video. And they have like 500,000 subscribers. I'm like, okay, I'm doing something wrong somewhere along the lines. Is that what I'm supposed to be doing the whole time? Because I think I put out fairly decent content. Yeah, it may not be great, but it's decent. But it's a learning curve on YouTube, I'll tell you.
It is. You kind of have to learn. You have to learn your audience.
Yes.
Who's watching me? What do they watch the most of? Yeah, it's that's another thing that I love about YouTube, though. The strategizing, the trying to figure out. Okay, they don't like this. What about this? And it's the challenge of it all.
Exactly. All right. So let me see. What is your short-term goal for the channel?
Please don't laugh. I've had the same short-term goal for this channel since day one, when I started talking on that silly little mic that picked up everything. My first couple of videos, you could hear my turtle tank. You could hear the water flow.
Right.
And then I did buy another mic, which is great. I love the mic. It's inexpensive. It is fantastic. The mic and stand was like $50. The problem is it doesn't have noise cancellation. And this whole big long story, guys, it has a purpose. Bear with me. The recording software that I actually use NVIDIA to record my videos. Well, the only noise cancellation you can use with it is their noise cancellation. And their noise cancellation works great when it works. But it likes to shut my mic off, and the only way to get my mic back on is to cut down my whole system and reboot. And I don't know it's done that until I've recorded 30 minutes and the mic's been out for 20 minutes of it. So I can't use noise cancellation. So please don't laugh. But my short-term goal for this channel is to make enough money to buy me a good mic that comes with its own noise cancellation software and a freaking mute button that I can push on the mic. Because also my recording software, I can't go off the screen and hit the mute on the OBS on my second screen, or else it'll stop recording because it thinks I'm going to dox myself.
Yeah, that's I have to shut mine off, and I have it's a little tap button up at the top on it, and it shuts it off. But when I do that, and I'm streaming with other people, you know, like when I do Minecraft, and Donald is on Discord with me, you know, and when I shut it off, he's like, "Oh, I lost you. I can't hear you no more." I'm like, "Damn, I didn't
Calm
know."
down.
Yeah, just chill out, dude.
It's fine.
I'm having a coughing fit, or you know, you know, something. I needed to speak to somebody in the room. Just chill out, you know. But he's like freaking out, and like, you know, he thinking that, you know, I lost the audio. It's not, you know, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah, I think that that short-term goal goes in my whole philosophy on life is it's never the big things in life that make you happy. You know, those big grand gestures.
Right.
It's the little things in life. It's all those little things in life that add up, that give life meaning. Like I got to wake up this morning and I'm healthy.
Yeah.
So I'm not looking for those big, gigantic, grand things. I just want a mic that has noise cancellation, ladies and gentlemen. That is my immediate short-term goal for this channel, that it makes enough money that I can buy me a good mic so you guys will have better sound quality.
Right. Yeah, I think
it's simple.
I think my wife would like the that goal for me. 'Cause mine is being able to replace what I need to when I need to. You know, like my computer's kind of old, you know, and it's kind of getting to that point where I may need to replace it soon. You know, and that's a big replacement. I think I talked to you the other last time about how much it would cost if I replaced the whole thing, just putting in what I already have, and it's like more than double of what I paid for it originally, and that just blows my mind on, you know, how much things have gone up lately, and but yeah,
Yes.
it's like, you know, if I made enough to keep me doing what I like to do, then I'd be happy. You know, I really would. I don't need anything. It would be very nice to be able to pay the bills, you know, and
Right.
being able to pay it without any of the bills coming out of my wife's check, you know. So, you know, honey, you use your check for whatever you want. I got the bills. Don't worry about it. That would be a sweet thing. Now, long-term goals, however, I believe, you know, I believe I already know your answer on this. I've already said my long-term goal is if I could start a business where I could actually help other people and have everybody kind of come in together and play, you know, which is going to be very hard since we all live in different countries and different states.
Right. Right.
You know, but something along those lines. What would your long-term goal be?
Definitely my long-term goal, I would love it to happen in the short term, is I want my channel to be big enough where I can do fundraising for certain things.
Oh, very nice.
First and foremost, every year there is I cannot remember who the name of the company, but is it okay if you know, we've mentioned some of our friends' channels on here, but is it okay if I mention a bigger channel?
Absolutely, mention whoever you want.
All right, so gosh, I can even see the symbol for this, but every year Neebs Gaming does a cancer fundraiser.
Uh-huh.
And I would love to be involved with something like that.
Okay.
And even join together with other channels so that we can make even more money. I want to be able to do something meaningful, not something that people will remember my name. If I make a donation, it's either in somebody else's name or it's anonymous. It's not for that reason, but if I can get this channel built up enough, I want to be able to help other, just like you're doing. You want to be
Right,
able to
right.
help other people by boosting them up so that they can have a better life
Okay.
by improving their numbers. So
Exactly.
it's the same thing, but I want to be able. I really really want to do fundraisers.
Okay.
That is my big goal.
Yeah, it's funny that you say that because I was actually looking into some of the stuff like that here recently, and there may be a way for us to do it. I will, or for you to do it, and there's a way for me to join with the fundraiser thing with you. But I have to double check it and make sure that I was looking at the right thing, and what I remember it being is actually what it was. So, yeah, I'll talk to you more about that on after we're done here. So, nice, very nice.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
okay. So, I think I told you before. Congratulations on being a grandmother. Um, and yeah, and if you were making some money, let's put it out there in the what if world. How often
hmm
would you go and visit that little precious little grandbaby?
Well, okay, so that's a little bit of a thing. I wouldn't want to go so much that they would get tired of me
Right, hey, Grandma again,
because
get out.
yeah, or well, I'm sure he's not going to say grandma again because we'll do all the fun stuff.
Exactly.
But he does have parents, and they do, or else I would be going once a month. But I would say once every 3 months for
Okay.
a 3 or 4 day weekend would
Ah,
be like would be great
that would yeah, that would
because
be ideal. I think, especially new grandbaby, and um,
yes,
it's
yes.
just a shame that they live so far away. You
I
know.
know, I know, and
So
I
yeah.
do not want to drive. But if it's just me going, quite honestly,
Hmm.
the plane ticket is, I think it evens out with the gas and food I have to buy for the trip because it's
Yeah.
between 16 to 18 hours without a lot of traffic. And if you get lucky, like my husband,
Hmm.
and get stuck in Chicago for almost 6 hours, it adds a little bit onto that trip.
Right, right. Yeah, yeah, it wouldn't be too bad. And the best thing is you can always buy in advance. So, if if you know that you're going at certain times, you could actually buy the ticket, 6 months, 12 months in advance and have
hmm
it, and it costs a lot less than waiting last minute because,
Exactly.
you
And,
know,
and I've already joined a club, a frequent flyer miles. Well, and I actually, because of joining and the bonus miles for this first trip,
hmm.
I will already have almost enough to make another trip.
Ah, see,
So
there you go.
yeah, I'm already planning the next one. Trust me, and I haven't even made it there for the Christmas celebration yet. It's the first grandchild, everybody. I know you're like, oh my God, do we have to talk about? I am sorry, but this is my first grandchild, and yeah.
Hey, yes, absolutely. I mean, I could absolutely see it because I know when my grandchildren were born, it was some of the happiest times, and yeah, it's like I can remember my granddaughter. She was preemie. She was a preemie when she was born, and I could
Ooh.
literally put her in the palm of my hand. That's
Oh
how
wow.
small she was, and hold her. Her whole torso fit right in the palm of my hand. So she was a tiny little thing, and you wouldn't know it by looking at her now because she grew into a hefty, healthy little girl. She's not fat by any means. Stretching the imagination, but she's definitely she's almost as tall as me, which I'm 5'9". And she had she's still young. She's got a few years of growing still left in her,
Mm-hmm.
but you would never know that she was a
Wow.
preemie. Absolutely. So, but yeah,
Oh
I can
wow.
definitely resonate with where you're coming from, and if they lived
Mm-hmm.
someplace else, it would be tough, because I have to go there, and of course we can't go anywhere now because we have no money, but yeah, absolutely, you have to go out, you got to see them and stuff, and but
Yeah, you lose your heart.
yeah, you
I
do.
mean, I loved my kids, and I hate every day. I love being an empty nester, but
Hmm.
I hate being an empty nester.
But it's different. It's different for a grandchild. You're when you have your kids. There's a special place in your heart that opens up. For your kids. Your
Hmm.
grandkids, it's like two places in your heart for each grandkid. So
There
uh,
you go. That is exactly it. You
yeah.
know what I think it is, though? I think it's because you don't have to be as involved with all of the discipline and stuff.
Well, yeah.
So
Some
you have
people.
less stress. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Like I
Yeah.
said, empty nester. So, so it's less stress. So I get to enjoy all
Right.
the really great things and help out, everywhere that I possibly can.
Yeah. Yeah.
But my stress level is definitely lower than it was when I brought home our first child.
Right. Yeah, that's yeah. I can absolutely see that. But yeah,
Yeah.
we are an hour in. This is going to be a long
Wow.
one going out. I tell you what, I don't know if anybody's going to watch the whole thing, but they're going to have to. They're going to sit down and they're going to watch the whole thing because it's joy all the way through this thing. I had a immense pleasure sitting here looking at my. Oh my God. Okay. Yeah. I had. I had died in this series and over at the swampy area, and I'm getting you to tell me which way to go. So I'm sitting in the seat in my underwear and a shirt. That's it. And this is where they said, "I love your pants,
Your
Madman."
shorts.
Yeah, and that's
Yes.
what it was. It was
Yes.
the underwear. I hadn't even found the cutoff shorts yet,
Oh
but
my God, those cutoff jeans.
uh,
Holy cow.
I tell you what, we have a lot of fun with this, but
Yes,
I
yes, we do.
gotta sign off. So I have to thank you immensely for coming on to the show and doing the podcast with me. This is the first one, so I'm sure maybe I'll be able to cut it down in future ones, but I do not um, regret going over an hour talking with you because I can do that all day long, so
And I can chatter all day long. So,
exactly. All right, guys. So that there you have it. We're here with Carla The Fobbit. If you have not checked her out, here we go. Let me get back into here real quick, and we're going to over here. This is her main page is Carla The Fobbit. Right there at Carla The Fobbit. Put that into the YouTube, and it will come right up for you. Or you can go over to her second channel where she does all her live streaming, and that's Carla The Fobbit Unfiltered. So there you have it. And thank you very much again for joining us, and I will see you in the next podcast.
all right. Thank you so much. I had a great time. Bye, everybody.